Welcome back. My name is Monty Henry, owner of DPLSurve equipment. And as I get past this particular area of my walk, where I get in my 5-mile walk, as a way of getting centered and getting focused and reinvigorating myself, that's how I think successful entrepreneurs really should do it. There should be a balance between hard work, play, exercise, the diet and nutrition. Those things need to be addressed as well. So welcome, you guys. Again, my name is Monty Henry, owner of a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. We have lifetime tech sales and customer support, and the largest inventory of items that not only can you buy, but you can rent as well. So having said all this particular session has to do with you guys and your perception of the economy. Okay, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a customer, investor, you may want to pay close attention to what's going on here. Okay, now I've had at least 40 years to analyze markets and the economy and the investment world, and I'm going to tell you a few things that may come as a shock or may not, but hopefully we'll learn something all together here. Okay? Right now, a lot of entrepreneurs are struggling. They're trying to gain traction. They're trying to establish themselves in the marketplace. And a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, large and small, are at wit's end in terms of how they're going to survive this particular disruptive environment. Okay? So let me tell you what's going on. We have some economic cycles that are going on right now. This particular economic cycle looks like, smells like, feels like, as far as I can tell, a type of recession, mainly because the Federal Reserve and the central bankers of the world, they have been flooding the economy with cheap money, and they have been keeping interest rates so long that, right, I think they've probably done irreparable harm to the economy. When the Federal Reserve and the central bankers keep interest rates so low and they keep pumping out that money, what they call quantitative easing, what that means is they are desperate. They are trying their best to stimulate the economy and get businesses and consumers to spend. But guess what? It ain't happening. A lot of people, they're looking at the low interest rates and they're thinking, I got to get a return on my retirement money. Or the businesses are saying, you know what, this is not the time to spend this cheap money that you're giving us because the demand is not there. I can give you all the cheap money that you can handle as a business owner to plow back into your company. But if you don't have demand, then I've done absolutely nothing to help you out. Okay, so again, cheap money is not the ultimate answer. And a lot of companies are finally realizing that in addition to the banks, the Federal Reserve and the central bankers of the world have been pumping that money out there into the hands of the bankers. And even the bankers are perplexed in terms of what they ultimately are going to do with this money. Because, again, when you have lack of economic activity, that means the return that you're getting back for getting that money out there into the hands of your consumers and customers and et cetera, it's not going to come back to you. So this is the bad news. This structural change that's going on, where we're in the doldrums, where low interest rates and a flood of cheap money, lack of demand, and I'll give you a good example. There's $14 billion stranded out there in the oceans. There's a company called Hanjin Shipping Company out of South Korea. They're literally stuck out there in the ocean trying to figure out how to offload their cargo containers, okay? The reason why this is important is because this is a clue, okay? I monitor all sorts of clues, whether it's shipments coming in and out of ports, whether it's trains shipping goods back and forth across the country, whether it's commodity prices, whether it's the price of oil. I put all these together and I try to extrapolate some sort of picture in terms of what's going on. And so right now it looks like this particular sign associated with Hanjin Shipping Company. Hanjin Shipping Company has $14 billion worth of cargo stranded out there in the ocean because the creditors are owed money. The shipping company owes money to its creditors, and if that ship comes into various ports, the creditors are entitled to seize the cargo. So whether it's JCPenney's merchandise, Samsung's, or Apple's merchandise on those ships and those containers, it doesn't matter. The creditors are entitled to seize the cargo of the ships. So this is a sign, because normally it wouldn't be a problem. The big shipping companies would be transporting the goods and services across the planet, and the money would be flowing, people would be getting paid, and the demand would be there. Okay, but when there's lack of demand, that means the shipping companies are struggling to make money, and there's not enough cargo to justify keeping all these shipping companies in business. So a number of them are going to collapse. They're going to file for bankruptcy. They're going to go through reorganizations and such. And in the meantime, guess what's going to happen? A lot of these goods are not going to make it to the various ports. Okay? Hopefully, this particular situation, they'll restructure that, the loans and the debt, and they'll be able to continue the operations. But this is just a symptom. Okay? So again, I told you I typically analyze what's happening with banks, shipping companies, and then even in the financial markets, okay? We have negative interest rates all over the planet. That means you are going to have to pay your local banker, your local investment broker, whoever you're doing business with as far as your finances are concerned, and et cetera. Particularly outside the United States, you're probably dealing with negative interest rates. That means if you want to buy that 10-year, 30-year bond, you pretty much have to pay for it, pay for the right to buy into it. If you want to take out a loan, you pretty much got to pay for that. If you want to put savings in a bank in Japan or Germany or somewhere, more than likely you're going to have to pay for the privilege of putting money into those institutions. This is unheard of. This is unprecedented. Okay, so whether it's the shipping container scenario, whether it's the interest rate, the negative interest rates outside the United States, and we're playing with our interest rates here, trying to pretend like, we have the opportunity to raise rates, and somehow that's, as much as we can do, okay? But that's nonsense. A quarter of a point rate increase in the United States is ridiculous, okay? We're putting a Band-Aid on a dam, and pretty soon the dam's going to break. So Janet Yellen and those guys are doing everything possible to pretend like, the environment in the United States is different from that outside the United States. It's not. It's just as bad, because the same ignorant central bankers and such, they all work together inside the United States and outside, okay? So what else? The business model that you want to take a look at, I just want to pass this is the good news. Keep your business model. If you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur, keep your current business model. Keep plowing money into your savings and working capital accounts, because when this thing turns around, you're going to be a survivor. Okay, if you're struggling, try to get past that. Keep going. Keep motivated. Stay motivated. Work with your customers. Keep investing in new products, new services, new technology as much as you can. But put money away for the rainy day, because this rainy day period is going to last for a while. Okay, right now this is dragging on and on and on, but if you want to survive and thrive, and I've been doing this for 30 years almost, at least 20 years, I've seen all sorts of business cycles, okay? They come and they go. But the persistent businesses who have value, add value to their products and services, they're going to thrive. When you get a chance, take a look at JCPenney. They were pretty much on the brink. But now, after 4 or 5 different chairmen or people have come in and tried to run that company, they're finally locking onto this value-added proposition whereby you get what you pay for. If you pay a little bit more at JCPenney, now you get a little bit more value, okay? At the opposite end of the spectrum is the dollar stores, the Walmarts of the world, and those type of companies are in a race to the bottom, okay? That is a losing proposition for the most part, mainly because you can't discount your way into success, okay? Somebody's going to lose, and right now we're all losers dealing with those types of companies, all right? We don't need to throw away or give away our products and services in hopes of making money. You add something of value to your sales and service proposition and your product proposition, and I will buy from you. I will pay what you're asking for if you're adding some value to it. If not, then of course I won't pay for it. So remember, add some value to your product and or your service and market that difference. Tell people why this is important to pay for that value that you're adding. It's very simple, okay? And beware of also this Amazonian of the world. Okay, we're going to turn the world into one big Amazon model. I don't think so. That's not wise, okay? So if you live in a small town, realize that you can go online and buy from Amazon now, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple. But you got small businesses that also thrive and are trying to thrive in those communities, and they deserve to have you patronize their shops. So don't neglect your small businesses in your towns and such. Try to strike a balance between going to Amazon and going online and buying goods and services as compared to patronizing those small businesses that made your towns what they are today, okay? We don't need to turn the whole entire planet into one big Amazon customer. So try your best even as an entrepreneur. Don't give in to the Amazon game. Try to stand alone, try to be independent, and try to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, okay? So anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and my rant. Just want to pass a few tidbits to you, small, medium-sized business owners, even larger-sized business owners. Stay focused, stay true to your business, stay true to your mission, and add product and service value to your offerings, and stay focused, because as Warren Buffett said, when the tide goes out, we can see who's standing naked on the beach. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you need a My Products or Service, call me, 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Have a good day. Thank you. Take care. Bye.